this next thing we're going to talk about. If you guys have questions, put them in the chat now. We will get to those here in a couple minutes. Jason, do you want to talk about some tweets?
Sure.
Specifically tweets from Chris Sims, who I don't know if you've heard is really good friends with Kyle Shanahan. And a lot of 49er fans like to take what he says as Kyle Shanahan maybe saying it. I don't think we can necessarily do that every time, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. Earlier this morning, Chris Sims tweeted 3 options I see for the 49ers to upgrade the quarterback position. 1, sign a better backup for Jimmy G. No more suffering and blowing winnable games if he's out. 2, draft their new guy. I see 6 guys with first-round talent. And 3, trade for Sam Darnold. Jason, can you tell me why this tweet means anything? Because I feel like I've seen different people say literally this for the past 2 months. Mm-hmm. Why did this create such a kermumpet? I don't even think that's a word, but that's the word. Why did this create a kermumpet in 49ers Twitter today?
Because Chris Sims is cool with Kyle. Chris Sims has a good track record of evaluating quarterbacks, and we're grasping at straws at this point. Let's, because I laid it out in 3 tweets. Let's do it. So the first portion of the tweet said, read it to me again, and I'll give you my answer.
Sign a better backup for Jimmy G. No more suffering and blowing winnable games if he's out.
Fitzpatrick, if he's not retired, and we've gotten that news. That's my backup. Go to number 2.
Draft their new guy. I see 6 guys with first-round talents.
Trade up and go get Justin Fields. Good God, please. Keep going.
3, trade for Sam Darnold.
No. Stick with Jimmy Garoppolo. Official word.
Well, the funny thing is like 3 is just a fancy way of saying 1, because if you trade for Sam Darnold, you're still going to need a good backup, not because of injury reason, but because of what if Sam Darnold is actually what he is. What if he is what he is with New York?
That's my thing, right? So look, I try to be down the middle, and I try to see both sides of the argument, right? The only way to really be good at understanding arguments is to understand both sides. So I get it. 24 years old, Adam Gase, dazzling throws. For every 1 good Sam Darnold throw, there's 5 awful, what were you looking at? Good God, what was that throw? And that's not Adam Gase's fault at all. Adam Gase doesn't make decisions. That's the one thing that I want to make sure that people are clear on. If you're going to diss Adam Gase, diss him because he doesn't know how to handle a roster. He can't play call at all. He doesn't know how to fit people in personnel-wise, right? If you want to yell about that, you can. But there's nothing that Adam Gase has done that has made Sam Darnold in his 3rd, 4th year to be looking that bad still. Sure, did he not develop in? Yep. But at the same time, for every 1 dazzling throw, I can go on film and pick you 5, 6 throws that are just the worst thing you've ever seen ever. The one clip that everybody's been floating around. It's so funny to me on Twitter. The one clip of the Colts game where he's running around and he makes a throw to Braxton Berrios, and everybody's like, "You see that throw? Did you know that was the only touchdown they scored in that game? He threw a pick 6 in that game. He was awful. I don't understand how one play in that game makes me think, okay, let's throw out what he did in that game because of that one throw." Dude, they scored 6 points. 6 points or 7 points, and that was it. He looked awful in that Colts game. It was so bad.
And we could easily do the same thing. Like, we literally just talked about the Saints 49ers game, the pass Garoppolo makes to Kendrick Bourne. We could use that same argument of like, look at this one play. Like, he's the guy. I understand the film people, but it's very much a pick and choose what you want to see thing too, right? Like it's within the eye of the beholder